the office. Gotta go to the office today. No working from home today. Got things to do. So I am getting ready to go to the office. I know I look a mess, but who gonna see me? Let's I'm not gonna put no foundation on because I put the new Medicube product on my face. I want to see how that works throughout the day. I want to see how that works. So, I am gonna put a little eyeshadow on. No foundation. What? Just to give it some razzle, dazzle. Sometimes you don't need all that foundation. Sometimes you gotta let your skin just breathe and not do too much. Especially you have skin like mine. It's blotchy. It breaks out. I must have sensitive skin or something. So I have to be careful. I have to be very, very careful. Now this is just a quick look. I can't be on here all day. I got about 10 minutes or so. I wish I could do a cat eye. But my eyes, the way they set up, I don't think it would look right. I wish I could. Mm-hmm. I don't know what is going on with this YouTube. Why is it doing that all of a sudden? What is the problem? What is the problem, YouTube? What is the issue? Why can't you let me be? Well, I ain't gonna be on here too much longer anyway. There's a lot going on in the world. If you didn't know, the talk of the town is the Epstein files. That's the talk of the town. That is the talk of the town. That is the talk of the town. But besides that, let me tell you something. I seen that video of them kids beating up on that woman in Chicago, and she got sickle cell. I think that is awful. I think parents need to be held more accountable for their children. I don't know, is it because they are in survival mode and they so focused on trying to pay bills and rent and stuff that they neglect their children in some type of way, and their children go out and do horrible things like that. To the point where they think it's funny to beat up on somebody like that. A grown person too. You beating up on a grown person that's sick. That's sick and tired. You know, our sickle cell ain't something easy to deal with. You get like these cramps all over your whole entire body and stuff. That's not something easy to deal with. It has a lot of pain associated with it. And then you come around, you got bad kids acting a fool. And the only reason why she was out there because her kids was getting bullied and she walked them home from school. And then here come these bad kids. And then the parents, you know, their responses are kind of lackluster. They too calm for me. Too calm. Embarrassing. This is a time where that level of craziness is all on camera. That's why you gotta teach your kids to do right, because you don't know who is watching and who is filming out there. You don't know who's filming you. And so you have to teach them that you basically gotta tell your kids you on surveillance every day, all day. Everybody got a phone. There's cameras everywhere. They see what you're doing. Do not embarrass me out here in these streets. You have to put the fear of God in your children. My mama used to do that. My mama used to tell us, you go out here and do something crazy and you go to jail, I'm not coming to get you. I'm not coming to get you. You gotta put the fear of God in your children. You gotta scare them. You gotta scare them to death. You got to scare them so much that they'll never do nothing wrong. Because that is ridiculous. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing as a parent. That's embarrassing as a community. That's just embarrassing. I even had secondhand embarrassment from the whole situation only because I'm black. And you know how people like to stereotype us and say, they violent and all this kind of stuff. And that just right there, when we at a time where the young guys are starting to trade in their hoodies for quarter zips and sweaters and suits and stuff, we trying to move past all the craziness, and there are certain people keep taking us back. Why? What is it that your kids are lacking that they go out there and act a fool like that? I almost want to make you say, "Where the daddy?" But we know most of the time where they at. Not in the picture. Most of the time, they ain't there. No kid should be that damn bad. Nobody kid should be that awful. Nobody. And once you find out your kid is doing stuff like that, you have to take action. I remember my daughter was getting bullied at school. Let me tell you something. She was getting bullied at school. I didn't know it until I found a note from a kid. It was a weird drawing. I said, "What kind of drawing is this?" I said, Where'd you get this from?" She said, "One of the kids gave it to me on the bus." I said, "They gave it to you on the bus?" And it looked like a picture of a devil with horns. She thought they were giving her something because they was being friendly. And when she opened it, it was a devil with horns on his head. I guess they trying to call her the devil. And she was picked on, and I found out she had been getting bullied or picked on at school. I went up to the school. I went up to the school to figure out what the hell going on. Talk to the principal. "Oh, your daughter is so sweet, and hey, Sean, your daughter's so sweet and so nice, and da da da." And then when she heard her talk, she's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so smart the way she talks and all this kind of stuff." I said, yeah, she's smart. She's smart. The principal had no idea how smart she was. Tight. No. The principal had no idea how smart she was. It was a whole thing. And then after that incident, I took her out to school because my thing was, you ain't gonna get bullied at no school like this. This is absolutely crazy. I took her out of there. It was too much for me. I said, "Nope. You ain't gonna be bullying my kid at no damn school. That ain't happening. I don't think so. Sorry. Sorry for y'all. Sorry. That ain't happening." So I don't know. I don't know about them parents at that school. I don't know about them parents. But that right there is a very sad situation. Very sad. Horrible. Have your kids embarrass you like that on a national stage. And now the whole nation know about your kids bullying their woman at the school. Now you gotta look at, people gonna look at you funny at your job. They gonna question your thinking. You know what I mean? It all trickles down back to you, the parent. You might even lose your job because of something like that. Y'all got to do better. If the daddy ain't in the life of the child, and you don't have the time to nurture and really care for your child all the time, you need to really put them in things, sports or something. You need to put them in things so that they can develop better and have more empathy and knowledge on how to treat people and all that kind of stuff. Usually when you put them in those type of sports and stuff like that, they become more, they learn to work as a team and stuff like that. They learn to deal with different people than them. Okay? That's what you need to do. That don't make no sense. That was horrible. The whole video, I couldn't even watch the whole video because it was just so horrible what those kids did to that lady. unforgivable. There's no words. There's absolutely no word. I know she probably a nice person and probably want to forgive these little bad kids, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't forgive them. Mm-mm. No, you've been watching somebody treat people like that. Y'all have been watching people. Now you're nationally embarrassed. The embarrassment is on 1,000. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Nobody should do nobody like that. Period. Ever. In life. Nobody. Nobody should have to endure that kind of pain. And then trying to do the right thing and walk your kid home from school, and you bombarded by these immature, crazy little kids. Horrible. Do better. Do better. I got to go. I gotta go work. Goodbye. Do better.